there! How are you? I hope that you're doing well. And today I wanted to take you guys through my digital, art, all of my digital art that I have on saved on my computer. And so it's like minus the super old stuff, but I still feel like it'll be fun to go through and everything. It's like the last 4 or so years of artwork, so yay! And it's also not really in any particular order because I couldn't figure out how to do that with my computer because I imported them all at different times, so my computer doesn't really know how old these all are. But anyways, so yeah, we're gonna get right into it. I think that this is definitely gonna be like a 2 or 3 parter, because I have around 400 something drawings to go through, so it's gonna be a lot to get through, so I have to be proactive, like really proactive. And so we're gonna get going and hope that I won't get stuck on like the first drawing that I see. Okay, anyway, let's go. Okay, so yeah, this was actually a sketch that I did that was supposed to be my like beginning stream thing, but I didn't end up actually continuing it because I ended up making the animated one that you've seen, so but I really do want to make something like this in the future, like something more my style. I think that would be really fun, but I kind of lost interest in this one personally. Oh, and then this. I was trying to figure out how to draw Mason. I honestly feel like this is the closest that I've gotten to drawing Mason, the way that he is in my mind. Throughout this whole tour, you're definitely gonna see a lot of attempts at drawing Mason, which is my OCA here, that most of them do not look the same, because I just, for some reason, can't get him to look right and to look the way that I want him to look in my brain. So, yeah. But anyways, I kind of wanted to figure out how to draw muscles, and so I was like, oh, well, let's just draw Mason and Ashlyn in pajamas, because that's fun, but then I just never ended up drawing Ashlyn, and so I was like, well, I drew a man that looks like a man, so that was the point. So that's what I did. Yep, that's what I did. One day I will give Ashlyn more love, but moving on. Oh, this was supposed to be Lloyd Forger, and I was trying to make like a print collection for all the characters from Spy Family, but I just didn't really like this one. It didn't look like him to me, and so I just didn't really continue it. And this was supposed to be because I wanted to make prints that I could hang up in my dorm room for a decoration, because your girl don't have much spending money because I keep spending it on random things and hanging out with friends, so, but anyway. Oh yeah, so this was supposed to be the Anya print that I did. I liked it. It wasn't necessarily as aesthetically pleasing as I wanted it to be, like with the colors and everything, even though I do really like it. And I think that this would go really well for like a sticker design because it kind of already looks like a sticker. And so maybe one day I'll kind of make stuff in this sort of style for stickers, but we'll see. And then, oh yeah, so this is a recent illustration of Eloise. You may have already seen the speed paint for this before I post this video. But yeah, so go watch that video if you want to hear about all the lore and everything. I've decided to make her, like a dragon because, well, it's kind of like a dragon took over her soul, or like, yeah, that's what she is. And then, oh yeah, this was a little sketch that I did on stream. I made myself like a little alternate outfit, and I think it's super cute. I really want one of these like star clips. I don't know if I would actually wear it in real life, but It's really cute, I think. And then this was my Meet the Artist for this year. This is kind of where my little design came from. So yeah, this was the very beginnings of what you see of the model here on screen. And my design and like kind of centering around stars and everything. So I think it's super fun. This is just a sketch of Ashlyn. It started out as like a sketch and then I kind of rendered it out. So funny story, I accidentally posted this to my Instagram twice because I, for some reason, thought in my brain that I had already, like, that I hadn't ever posted it. And so I like changed it again when I found it in my work in progress folder and then posted it. And so I had to kind of like quickly delete the old one before people really noticed, which I feel like people probably still noticed, but you know, it's fine. Oh, this was from back in high school. I did this like supplementary art class with my sister, and she gave me like screenshots and stuff, or I don't know if I looked up the screenshots, but screenshots of like movies and stuff that I tried to recreate in my style. So that was helping me like figure out how to put characters and backgrounds and everything like that. It's a really good thing. Like, yeah, this was also like a picture off Pinterest I think I took off and then tried to like block it out simple, like super fast. Did the same thing with this one. I think I could do these better now. I want to try this little exercise again. I feel like it would be really fun. And then here is a texture exercise. I need to do this again as well. I'm really not very good at drawing textured things. For some reason this one flower ended up like way more rendered out than the rest, but yeah. Some gesture drawings. I think I used, what is that website? There's a website that I like to use for these, and I think it's lineofaction.com. Yeah, where you can like set up your own little gesture drawing session, and it'll give you like references and things like that. It's really nice. These were like the really short ones. I don't remember exactly what my time limit for this was, but yeah, they were probably like 10 seconds or 30 seconds or something like that. And then I think this is supposed to be Ashlyn in high school. Pinterest references and gesture drawings. This was another one of those screenshot studies. I was planning to like more so finish this out, but I just didn't for some reason. I think I got to the point where I just really hated it and I didn't want to continue. I'm better-ish about that now, but not when it comes to sketches really. More like really quick gesture drawings. More really quick gesture drawings. This was another reference study, but this was supposed to be like more organic and more like painterly, and this was fun. Gesture drawings, gesture drawings. I like her face a lot. She's very focused. And then this is another like screenshot study from a Batman movie. Don't really know which one. It's been forever since I've seen those movies, but this would be really good to do for like practicing color keys. Because in animation, you really do have to be very intentional with your colors and everything, and composition and stuff, so I need to study stuff like this again. And then this was another screenshot study, and another. And this isn't screenshot, but this is a Pinterest reference that I also did. I really like the way that I did the sky here. I think that's really fun. And then, for some reason, I decided to flex my creepy muscle and draw a Wendigo. Because I think Wendigos are probably one of the creepiest mythological beasts. Another screenshot study, lots of these. I was trying to like completely redraw a Studio Ghibli screenshot in my style. I really like the way that this looked now. At the time I didn't, but I feel like I gave myself a really hard time for this, and I feel like it looks pretty cool. It definitely doesn't look like the original, but I like it. Another screenshot study. And then this is when in the class I was just told like do whatever you want basically and just make your own like little environment piece world. And so I made this little like fantasy cottage in the forest with these little like elf people. And then this is a part of the class where I did like shape language study and like contrast and things like that, how to like make things look satisfying, which is a really big part of digital illustration. So I did a lot of these too. And I really haven't done the best about like putting this into my actual artwork, which I want to start doing, but. And then I did this like mailbox concept thing, where I researched mailboxes and like all the different ways that they're constructed, and then I made a bunch of different like shapes to make into mailboxes. And I feel like this was definitely a very creatively invigorating exercise to do. I really recommend it. Just like pick a household object and do this with it, and like make really weird ones that look like they could be from like other worlds. Another contrast study, another one, and another. This was my final turnaround. It wasn't my final because it's still really like messy, but that was the one that I picked. And then this is like the final drawing. Oh, and then this was a character design for Lucy and Jack, two of my OCs that are in my like anthro sort of romance comedy universe where everybody kind of has like an animal that they take after. Not for any particular reason, just because I thought it would be fun. But yeah, that's them. They're really cute. More mailboxes. And more Lucy and Jack. This was a little thing from 2019 of me thinking. I used to wear this outfit a lot back then. And then I was trying to draw bigger because at this point in my life in 2019, like the faces that I would draw in my sketchbook were like the size of your thumb. And so I wanted to get better at like drawing bigger so I could add more details, and also drawing bigger is a little bit better for your hands and your arms because you can use bigger strokes and you're not so focused on like each individual detail. But oh, and then this was a OC that I made just so that I could draw summary things. I like her. I really haven't drawn her since. I kind of forgot about her a little bit. Sorry about that. But maybe I should bring her back. And this is my like high school girl character that is really obsessed with explosions and guns and things. She's not like necessarily evil. She just really likes to watch things explode. I think it came from the interest in like action movies, because I've never been that big of a fan of action movies, but I know that some people just really like to watch really big explosions, and so I decided to make a character that was just a little off her rocker, but not necessarily evil. And I thought it would be funny to like make her really small and like cute. I think her name currently is Nicoletta. I kind of named her Pippin, but I think Nicoletta would be fun. This is a drawing of Mason. I didn't like then and I don't like now because it just doesn't freaking look like him and it's so upsetting. But anyway, we'll get there eventually. And then this is, I think a different rendition of Summer, or like an earlier rendition. But yeah, I put her in like this swimsuit type thing with like this sheer holographic-ish cover up. I thought it was really cute. Oh, this was the older version of this drawing I did of Mason and Ash. I have since redrawn this because a lot of things in this drawing don't make sense. And I'm also a lot better at like designing clothes and stuff now than I used to be, because this also is just not, this isn't really the vibe. But yeah, they're cute. This was a temporary OC that I had that I have actually since like meshed with Jack, so this is technically Jack before he was Jack, but his name at this point was Arthur, so I'm gonna name this version of Jack Arthur, because it also, he doesn't have like the same personality at all. I just wanted to draw him because I wanted to draw a guy with a ponytail. Don't judge me. And then Eloise, this is back when she was still like modern, because I hadn't really put her in a fantasy universe at this point. There's a little Arthur thing, yeah. And then Nicoletta, Nico, Pyromaniac, doesn't want to kill people, chaotic neutral, yep. All of her stuff. There she is. I want to draw her more. I haven't drawn her in forever. And then Oh, this was when I was studying semi-realism. I, had a lot of fun with that at this point in time, but I'm not a fan of this. This was a character that I had that, again, didn't last. I think he was supposed to be in Eloise's world, but it just didn't really go anywhere. And then, Evelyn, my vampire OC. This OC actually came from a dream of mine. I had one about this vampire clan that was like corrupt, and she was the princess and she ran away because they were gonna like tell her to do things that she didn't want to do when she became in power. So it was a little bit of a moment of weakness, but she needed to be kind of a way to like see the world and see like things from an outside perspective, and then obviously like story is she'll go back and take over the clan and like make everything better. But yeah, that was her. And then Eloise again, modern stuff. And then this is an early rendition of Oscar, my like alien character. I thought it would be really cute to make a character that was an alien that like believed that humans exist. So like, sort of like how there are alien junkies and on Earth, you know, in our culture, but for aliens it would be like the other way around. So he has a satellite on his shirt that's supposed to say, "I want to believe." I thought it would be really cute. And then this is a little thing of Ashlyn. Lucy and Jack, you've already kind of seen that. This is a thing of Mason throughout the years. He went through some phases. His dad got kidnapped in a house fire, and then he was like, well, I can't be a kid anymore. I have to go and find my dad, and so he ended up joining the mafia, but I won't say anything else because this is a story I really love, and so I don't want people like taking ideas or also getting spoiled, so I want this to stay special, if that makes any sense. And then Valerie, this is not half demon anymore, half dragon, because I'm changing from demons to dragons because I feel like the mythology is going to be cooler and also won't cause issues. It's interesting. I have to kind of rewrite a little bit of that kind of stuff because adding dragons into the mix doesn't really make sense in some areas, but this is Oscar in his little room. I don't love the color scheme of this room. My favorite part is this little lamp and this pen. I really like that. But otherwise, everything else is kind of and so I could definitely do this better now, but he's my cute little squishy alien boy. And then this is a candle girl that I made. I think it was right around when that candle horror game came out. I wonder if I can find a picture and put it in the video, but I thought it would be kind of fun to draw a girl with like melting wax hair. Austin, for an example, for commissions, I'm not doing these anymore, but okay, this girl, I have to come up with a name for her because she's pretty recurring in my sketchbook and everything else. I just haven't like figured out what her name is. I have more lore for her than some of my characters, but I really just don't know what to name her. I'll figure it out. But yeah, so she is a girl that like was born in this like bird clan, but her wings were stunted at birth, and so like stunted growth of the wings. I don't know how to speak English, but you get what I mean. So basically, she couldn't fly like everybody else, and so she ended up becoming a witch so that she could fly, but she also had like an affinity for magic. But because of that, her clan is like severely against witches because witches used to like rampage and cause issues and everything like that, and so she was ostracized. So now she has no family, no friends, lives in the forest by herself, and it's sad. But I do have plans that she finds friends, so maybe she'll be friends with my witch character Carrie. You'll see her later as well. And then this is Ashlyn. Oh, these were two characters that are from an artist that is on Instagram. I'll hopefully try to find the artist. I'm horrific with names, but I'll hopefully try to put it in post. This is Mason. Again, I didn't like it. it's just, he's for some reason really hard to draw the way that I have him in my mind. Lucy and Jack, they're little meet cute. She was moving into the town. And then there's May, which is another character in my Romcom universe that is a model. And she is the type that she's really cute, like, on in the magazine and on paper, but when you actually meet her in real life, she's an absolute jerkwad. She's the kind that like has a big character development phase, and I don't really know where she plays into the story yet, but that's who she is. Definitely the epitome of don't meet the people you look up to. Don't meet your heroes. And this is Mason and Ashlyn. This is Austin and Amber. Their story has kind of changed a little bit since then, but they're cute. They're my like isekai romance story characters. I'll explain a little bit more of that. I think that you could probably find some of his story in one of my previous Draw With Me's where I drew Austin, but... And then this is Oscar with his friend, his human friend, Penny, because he finds a way to come to Earth and meets humans for the first time, and he's like, oh my gosh, they're so cool. And then this is a list of a bunch of OCs that I have. Little Oni Boy doesn't really exist anymore. He kind of exists, but he's not a recurring character. But I feel like the rest of these are, except Pippin is Nicoletta. And Arthur doesn't exist anymore either. Arthur and Jack are the same person. Oh, and then I wanted to make Harry Potter OCs, and so I made these twins that are in like Slytherin and Gryffindor, because I was like, ooh, like, how would that work? I was all into the drama, but anyway. This is Eloise selling in her herb shop to this little guy right here, who is a kid that lives on the streets, and her whole thing is to like help those people who are ostracized from society, so really sweet. And then, yeah, so this is just a bunch of stuff, random stuff. I don't really know who this was, but I really did like the silhouette. And then this was the girl from the OCs that I made, which I say they're OCs. For some reason, my brain, I relate OCs to characters you draw more often, and I just don't draw those anymore. But here is Bird Girl again, when she was little, and then when she was older and everything. Ashlyn, Eloise, Lucy, some like gesture drawings. And then, okay, so I took these poses from a piece that I kept seeing on Pinterest from an artist that it's really hard to find who the artists are when you look at Pinterest, and so I never found the actual original artist, but I was trying to figure out how to draw guys faster where they actually look like guys, and so that's what I was practicing. A little really edgy drawing of Eloise. And then this was Gloom, back when she was called Amy, like early stages of Gloom. And then Oscar, little water girl. Oh, and then this is my OC Carrie, right here. I'd like to draw her a lot for like Halloween. And then I did some Hooky fan art, and then an outfit of the day stuff. And then Arthur in a bunch of different styles. I was trying to figure out what my style, like which one I really liked drawing in. I did like my main style better, and I honestly still do. But yeah, my alternate style was kind of more for like pops of color and everything like that. And I didn't really think about the fact that I really could do that with my main style, so I'm kind of doing that now, I think. But, oh, this is a Kasumi from Bang Dream or Girls Band Party, Bandori, whatever you want to call it. Rhythm game, super cute, also has an anime, I recommend. It's really good. And then this is Gloom, back when she was called Amy. But then this is Evelyn, Vampire Girl again. And then this is like a Mason and Ashlyn, like mermaid alternate universe, back when Mason had blonde hair. I feel like all my OCs went through an awkward phase as I was going through an awkward phase. This is my Animal Crossing character. And then this is Eloise, around when I was deciding to make her more fantasy. I think that this is supposed to be Little Mason, and then this is May. Her name was Mac at the time, but I think I changed her name to May. This is her outside of work, so very much the don't meet your heroes, like, she is a bit interesting. And then this is May in work. This is how she is. And so she's very, like, cute, pretty, like, she's not that way, personally. And then, this is a little thing of Oscar. Ashlyn, little Ashlyn. Oscar and Penny. I really liked these drawings. And then Lily. Not Lily. Lucy. Huh. Anyway. And then, this is Little Win. So Win is Lucy's sister, or like half-sister or something, and she is the main villain of the story. But yes, she was a little bit of a salty child. Oh, this is the redraw of the drawing with, Ashlyn and Mason. Even though I do feel like her back is a little broken. Regardless, I feel like the rest of it looks really good. Win and Lucy, when they're little. And then this was actually a screenshot from a animation that I did of Mason standing up. This was for my, like, entrance portfolio into the animation school that I'm going to. And then this is a little, like, clown guy that I drew. He's kind of cute, but also kind of really creepy too. But this is Eloise in, like, this is the no dragon takeover mode, and then this is the dragon has taken over and is, like, doing things. And so that's how, like, different she looks. But moving on. So this is some, like, fan service that I made for Mason and Ashlyn. I did, like, the little hiding scene where they're like hiding from the mafia, because that's the whole point in the story. That it's very like a mafia sort of thing, but also time travel. And so yeah. This is the character from my Draw This in Your Style that I did, and I was trying to figure out how I wanted to draw her after that, because I didn't want to like keep drawing her, but I didn't really keep it up. And then this is Eloise kind of fighting with her, the dragon soul that's inside of her. Austin, this is a little like comic series of him waking up in the fantasy world. He ends up like waking up as a wizard, because the whole kind of premise of the story is that his wife is the one that gets run over by a bus. And then he's like, what the frick? And then like this wizard pops up out of nowhere and is like, hey, you know, I'll make a deal with you if you will go to this fantasy world where your wife is and make her fall in love with you all over again. Then it'll be true to me that like y'all are actually in love or something. I haven't figured out a more like a reason that makes more sense, but so he takes this deal, and then he wakes up in this other world, and he ends up getting like turned into a wizard, which wizards are kind of a like sort of criminal to the kingdom, and his wife ends up being a knight, but she doesn't remember anything, and so she's like the head knight of the kingdom, and he has to, even though he's like a criminal and he is wanted, has to figure out how to like get his wife to remember him or like fall in love with him again. So I don't know, it's fun. I need to like do more of it and like keep writing it, but yeah. So this is some stuff for my Romcom universe. Yep, cute stuff with them. There's some Win stuff here. And then this is Ashlyn enjoying a nice slice of really gooey pizza. And then that's Mason not looking like Mason yet again. Hey, so this is future Ami. I'm doing editing right now, and I'm realizing just how long this is gonna be, And so this is probably gonna have to be a few parts. I'm sorry if that's a disappointment, but they will be long parts. And so this is the end of part 1, and I'll see you in the beginning of part 2. Yeah, I recorded all of this in one take, and so it's not gonna feel like I'm doing parts, but that's, yeah, I have to pivot. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Bye bye!